story enjoyers, they pick a ton of Modaos. You can already see 6 of them. Then some Halberdiers there. I mean, they are just prepared for a sally out if you can prepare at all. I mean, I can already see some of the new tier 4 units. We can see it here, the Sealet. I didn't even know the name there. Crazy. But they have 4 of them, and we have to see if they maybe make a difference there, because we didn't see them last week in the Chivalric division, but this week they are in the game. I think it's a 2-week ban. You are not allowed to play them 2 weeks long after they came out. I think the 2-week time is now gone. It's now over, and now people can play it. I'm really interested to see them really work. We have on the left hand side 2x Flames and some Red and Vipers, 3x Red and Vipers and some Cocos. On the right hand side we have a Lion Roar, and that's it. For specialty we have the new Doppelsöldner, 2x, 3x even. So 3x the new unit, having a 4-second debuff for the enemy where he can't use any abilities. And I mean, I personally think that unit is incredibly strong. It doesn't cost too much, and if you have one of them in a fight and you maybe have something like Flames, they didn't have them, but you just have 4 full seconds of the enemy not being able to press any ability button. And I mean, imagine 4 seconds wiping through the enemies with 15 people. Or maybe 14, because one of the units is the Doppelsöldners, and they are not too strong against gold units. But I mean, 14 units for 4 seconds with almost no counter fight. That is ridiculously much damage, and I think they're just insanely broken. But of course, timing is a big factor, because if the enemy brings them as well, you can be jammed as well there. Maybe you just get jammed first, and then your units are useless for 4 seconds. And after that, you can activate the ability, and then the enemies are probably already in their abilities. So if you press too late, it might be too late for the whole fight. If you press too early, the enemy can already activate their abilities again when they enter the fight. So that's just such a timing-based unit. But let's see. We have the attack being prepared for sally out, some artillery pushing the siege towers. We have a full focus here on the left hand side tower. I'm just changing my minimap here for a second, so you can see on the minimap the left hand side tower on the minimap, of course. I will always call it from that. Only if I say you can see it on the right side of the screen or something, but you figure it out. We have that tower here, left hand side on the minimap, being taken down already, half HP, and continuously being shot at by everything the defense has. Defenders' cannons being taken down quite quickly. They still have Lion Roars. I'm curious to see if they want to bring them there. We've seen the 1 unit of Lion Roars being picked in the beginning, so where are they? There they come, going up the stairs. Are they ready? Yes! They definitely want to place them there. I mean, look at that. They will just place the cannons and then move forwards a bit. The trap is already being called. Will this make a difference? Cannons somewhat in the danger zone. Moving. Oh, there we go. 1 trap shall hit them. It is 8 left. That's incredible. Here we go. The tower is down nonetheless, and we have 7 of the cannons left, which is enough. I would say 6 are the minimum amount to get the full value. 7 should be absolutely fine. Cannons moving to the supply, getting some reinforcements, resupplies, and then not reinforcements, only resupplies. They will not go up to 15 again, but yeah. The supply point in the middle here in the courtyard being captured already by the attack. That's great to see for them. They have now the close supply point, but the only staircase going up to the walls, if they don't want to go in, is the one on the right hand side here. And that's just so far away from where you usually want to push. Trap being called here. Units are moving. Will it be fast enough? It won't. They will get hit here. Eventually some units take some damage, but they are still fine. Every unit survived, so I think defense is quite good with that one, maneuvering around the traps. And now being in a somewhat like a safe spot here, you can also see the building here just giving even more cover. And from there they can just wait this out. What is the attack bringing? I mean, we have Rat and Vipers here behind the building on A that will deal significant amount of damage, but we also have Rat and Vipers from the attack shooting onto the defense here. I would love to see them maybe being placed on the right hand siege tower here, because you usually wanna shoot them from here. Yeah, exactly, there we go. They now have a good point here. Moving down again, already away. What is the plan? I think he figured out he can't really get the value with them. They have one more unit of Rat and Vipers. Being somewhere in the open, maybe the muskets have enough range? Probably not. But, oh, the shield and spear has the range for it. Very nice here. Also, the defenders, Rat and Marksmen, Rat and Vipers, sorry, shooting from the distance here. That's great to see. But also, story enjoyers now close to the walls. They will reach with this siege tower. And from there, they have a good approach here onto the walls. Trap. Oh, it misses every single shell there. Building just being the MVP here for the defense and just saving everything they got behind it. Muskets already throwing down onto the defenders' units here on the siege tower. Attackers. Oh, the attackers have to do something. The Rat and Vipers shooting onto the units, but they barely manage to hit them. I mean, we have longswords in there. That's not going to hurt them too much. The longswords should be able to heal them up. And like that, the Rat and Vipers get sent down and don't have too much value here. I think the longswords for the defense are really the MVP because they prevent their own units from being slowly taken down here and being killed. Attack, still not sure where they want to go. Those Rat and Vipers will hit definitely more, but the defenders Rat and Vipers are there as well, and that's just always the constant pressure of those Rat and Vipers. It's just incredible how strong this unit got, and that will be the first engagement. We have the flank from the stairs up to the top. One trip shell hitting themselves, but where's the rest coming? Because that push is going in, and that's massive here. Story enjoyers coming from 4 different angles, and the left hand side looks great for story enjoyers. Will they be able to breach the right side? Will they be able to break through it? We have to still have our eye on both sides. The left side will be flanked now from the LeftoverSmurfs. The right side isn't kind of much trouble. We can just see the units of story enjoyers really wipe the floor with LeftoverSmurfs units, and that right side is looking really dominant. And the left hand side as well, look at this. Left hand side still holding on strong, heroes still there, and like that, story enjoyers from 4 different angles, massive flanks coming in here. They are just good to take this A point. Great play, good communication. I felt like the first flank from the stairs was a bit too early, but why are you still sending in there your units, guys? It feels like a lost fight here already. They are just sending in so many units, and the new units are just dealing so much damage, so much CC. You can just see them throw everything around here. That's just an int of units here at that point. That's just too much on the point. You just can't keep sending this in. Trap being called here on the top of the stairs. The attackers getting supplies. Trap hitting. Oh, it feels like a bit more the attackers, but now, oh my goodness, those shells are massive. But that fight up the stairs, really, really painful for the defense. And I'm not sure what they try to achieve with it. They are still sending in units. You just can't keep sending your units like that. Next trap being called here. And I mean, look at this. They now eventually break through, but that trap is once again getting a ton of value. A point is captured. And like that already, Cavalry moving in through the gate from Story Enjoyers. They are going to the ground here. The defenders units will get wiped. And I think the only reason why you would do this is because you think the enemy has just too much cavalry and you don't want to drop to the ground. And like that, LeftoverSmurfs, they are on the bottom, on the supply point, but there's no anti-cav. So Sleepy could just go in. Sniskov as well with the units. Human and the Dagger X Lancers, they will just have massive value here. Look at that. Resupplies coming from the defense. Dagger X? Oh, why are the Dagger X not moving here? So Sleepy. It feels like he got a disconnect. Oh, that's so painful. But still, the attack is just wiping this supply point. Oh no, LeftoverSmurfs. What are you doing here? You just can't keep losing your units left and right. I mean, look at this. 1.3k units against the 682. Let's have a look here. It's not getting better. Most of the units for the defense are tier 2 and they have 59 tier 5, 147 tier 4, 140 tier 3, but that's just not going to make it. That's a last stand here for LeftoverSmurfs, but I don't see it work out at all. Story Enjoyers, they still have a big massive blob coming here. They have some cavalry. I mean, we have one unit of Modaos in the defense, but that's not going to be enough here. And like that, Story Enjoyers, they are moving in, and LeftoverSmurfs, they are falling back, and they will lose some units here from the falling back. The trap will just kill the Lion Roars, and the Flames are just dealing massive damage here once again. Trap hitting into the middle there. I feel like Story Enjoyers, they pushed a bit too far here. Trap will hit their own units, but it doesn't matter. Tons of damage here. Unit-wise, still the lead for Story Enjoyers here also in this fight. 306 units left for LeftoverSmurfs, and I can only see gray units now coming as resupply. And oh, here we have some last units of Companion Cav, but the Modaos, 4 times Modaos, 5 times Modaos even for Story Enjoyers. No cavalry in this world will break through this, and I mean, look at this. Story Enjoyers, they only have to wipe the endpoint, and then they will take the victory here for the first round. So now, it's just about how long can those heroes stay on the point, but not really about winning the match. Let me cook now, getting some unit kills here, but he will be finished off in a second here. Last longsword on the point. Shield and Spear now trying to dodge onto the point, not being able to do so. The Polix here being finished off from the dual blade. One last longsword. His units are already down. Shield charge on the point, but he's almost dead already. Here we go. He is dead. Classico, the Nodachio, staying on the point for half a second. Silent one now with the musket, but I mean, it's only 3 heroes left. Shanks now with the Nodachi trying to get on the point, but he will be finished off before even reaching the point. And like that, GG's, well played. Story Enjoyers 1-0 in the lead. Sniskov with the MVP for Story Enjoyers. He gets 5 hero kills and 15 assists, 184 unit kills. I see a ton of green and blue in there as well, but I mean, so good job from him. And then, I mean, we have here the dual blade with the emoji name with 9 hero kills. That's incredible. Really, really massive here. And then moving to the other side, Silent One with the MVP here, 132 unit kills. He get just more than double the unit kills of anyone else in his team. And also, of course, the troop kill score. And that's just a massive match from him. Sadly, not enough coming from his mates. And like that, they are losing this match. Most heroes killed here is Lazy JJ with 3. But like I said, that's just not enough 20 units kills from him, and it felt like LeftoverSmurfs, they had just nothing to say about this. They were just ran over every single fight, and you can just see it here. The amount LeftoverSmurfs lost there on the A point, they just kept sending units and they just kept dropping units. I mean, at the, I think, 8-minute mark, we had like almost no losses from the attack. That's maybe like 10 units lost against 220 units lost from LeftoverSmurfs. How do you lose that many units? Where was it? Was it the supply point? Let's have a look. Yeah, it was the supply point fight. There was just nothing dying from Story Enjoyers and LeftoverSmurfs. They just lost everything there. That's just so painful. And here we have it. LeftoverSmurfs on the left hand side. Now picking some anti-cav, but I still don't see I don't see any use of their picks and bans. They picked Dagger X and they banned just, I mean, Shenji. That's good, at least something. But then the Demesne Arbalists, completely useless against what they bring right now, because they just have so much shields, so many shields. But they also have a ton of green pikes. Oh, that might be interesting. If they go for the green pikes in the beginning, we might see something like a ladder climb here coming in. And then on the other side, we have just, once again, a ton of Modaos. We have 1 unit of Lion Roars. We have 1 unit of Flames. Also like a unit of Claymores mixed in there. Then Rat and Vipers, of course. Then, once again, the Zealots, I think. Yes, Zealots. The new tier 4 unit. And some Cocos. Of course, some green units as well. I mean, that's just a big variety of different tiers being mixed in here. And once again, I think it's just great to see how many different units are being used at the moment. Match loading, and we should be about to see where the teams want to attack and where they want to defend. On loading screen there, but now we have managed to get into the lobby, and I can already see some spawns here in the 4 in the front, and they are just sending the units onto the walls immediately. The attackers with the tons of green units, of green pikes, where are they heading to? That's not going to be a rush. Let's be honest, that's not going to be a rush. That's just a pure patient game, sending the towers with the units to the walls. And oh, is that Paladins pushing the tower while you have green pikes? Why would you push? Okay, why would you push the tower with Paladins when you have the green pikes available? Like 10 of them. It's not like you only have cavalry out, guys. You have green pikes. Okay, well, I mean, they should be able to survive it. If any of them dies, I'm going to be so mad. But I think they will survive it. We still have Dagger on top with the longbow, and then Mask Flames and Jumper Impulse with the musket. So there's a possibility to have some of the Paladins die, but I think they should be quite fine. LeftoverSmurfs already climbing here on the left hand side. Let Me Cook now dropping down. Nessa Magno also climbing to the walls. Will he be spotted? Not right now. That might be the flame arrow thrower gone here. He's not willing to go onto the walls yet. Units of the attack already being sent back. I think, yep, there are only 9 left. You need 10 to push a tower. And oh, there we go. The flame arrow thrower goes down. But Line Rose in place to take over that job. And like that, the tower is gone. A trap being called here onto the Line Rose, but they are just gone a minute ago. And the trap won't hit anything. Attackers now on their way to the siege towers, on their way to get on the walls and to make something going here, because the defense is defending on the walls, is going for the default defense, but they this time have flames. And that might be a big difference maker here. We hear some sounds of one of the heroes. I'm not sure who it is, but it's gone again. Sadly, there are some bugs with the observer view, where you can sometimes see some effects or hear the sounds of the hero you were watching before. But it should be okay. Longbow sniping to the ground here. Sniping to the siege tower as well, is looking for the units. Will he get something here? No, those units are just too tanky. I'm curious why they didn't decide to go up the stairs. Oh, because the defense went out here aggressively with 3 heroes, and that means the supply point is in the hand of Story Enjoyers once again. LeftoverSmurfs readying up to push into the city once again. They get the supply point, and it feels like they want to just go straight through the gate into the city and then push from the other side, which might be an option to do, because then you can just trap the top of the stairs and just wait for the trap to have some good impact. But you still have to push up the stairs, and we have seen before how that worked out for LeftoverSmurfs when they were in the defense themselves. But there we go, straight through the gate. They are opting for the 2-sided push here. We can see some units going to the walls again, then those units going here to the backside. Will they split up, or will they just... Oh my goodness, we have to swap here. Will they... Oh my goodness, they are just all going to the left-hand side. And look at that rotation from Story Enjoyers. They are just sending everything behind the building on A again. And now we have another rotation coming in from LeftoverSmurfs, which is great to see, because they are adapting this time very much more than before. We have one unit of shield mains being kind of just set in the middle gate there on the bottom. But, oh, will it do anything? It will just be wiped there. Hero trying to spot it with some elite halberdiers, but those shield mains, they are just useless. Shield mains are almost completely useless if you don't control them in cover commander. Who the hell would play them like this? You just can't do that. That's just a waste of shield mains. LeftoverSmurfs heading to the left hand side. Oh, here we go. But still, so much baiting here. So much bait. They are not sure where to go. The supply point in the middle being captured once again by the defense. Good trap there on the rotation. Very nicely placed. I like it, to at least get some value out of those rotations. And I mean, if that's the reason for rotating right and left all the time, it's okay. If you hit those traps, they can get a ton of value. Also, of course, the Red and Vipers here will get some value. And once again, a next trap here, which will be met here by the defense. Nope. they are not willing to step into it. They are retreating a bit more. And that's a unit of sergeants with spear going into the back with the Nodachi. Massive play from that Nodachi. He could be just a game changer here in that fight because he's in the flames. Then we got the flank from the right hand side onto the units on top of the stairs. But the trap, that's just only hitting their own units. LeftoverSmurfs losing their own shield mains to the trap. Oh, that's so painful. But I mean, the Zegnur with the sergeants with spear, massive flank there. But I mean, also one flank going up again from Rangers. They have won the left-hand side there of this fight. Now the trap should hit more of the defense. There we go. Defense falling a bit apart. And oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. I was thinking blue is the attack and red is the defense. That was just not the way they wanted to have this trap go there. LeftoverSmurfs completely wiped out there. I don't know why I thought it's blue in the attack. Don't ask me that. With one short sword going to the bottom, blocking curse pad. Oh my goodness, that's massive. He's just so chunky there. And I mean, look at this. The top, they are going in, and on the bottom, on the supply point, it's 6 heroes stuck there. So on the top, only 3 heroes in the fight. Will it be enough? It feels like it. It feels like the defense don't really have too much. I mean, 5 more units going up the left hand side. That A point should be gone. But oh my goodness, the defense just holding on strong. The Zealots, really strong new unit, feels like they are just holding on for a long time here. But the reinforcements from Story Enjoyers are not too many here. Trap on the top of the stairs, I hope. Nope. Where's the trap going? Why is it just again into the red units? It shouldn't go there, but the A point should be gone here. We just have to have some heroes on the point. Glaive trying to stop it. Another trap being called here. I like that placement here very much more than the ones before. I mean, that one shouldn't hit anything. Never mind. Okay. Really unfortunate trap RNG here. But the trap should be good. Some red and wipers from the bottom to the top here, hitting the units of LeftoverSmurfs. But they should be able to capture this A point now. 8 minutes 14 left, and here we go. LeftoverSmurfs, they now have 8 full minutes to make a move, and we can have a look now at what is remaining. 117 against 111 tier 5 units. They are hunting. We don't have too much time here. 340 against the 314 units. I mean, it's a small lead in tier 5 and tier 4 for LeftoverSmurfs. But tier 3, that's a lead of 130 units for the defense. And I mean, if that's Red and Vipers and Cocos, that could make a big difference. Even though the lead is in tier 5 and tier 4 in the favor of LeftoverSmurfs, Cocos and Red and Vipers, they can be devastating. LeftoverSmurfs preparing to, it feels like going to the middle. I feel like they don't really want to go to the alleyway here on the left hand side of the screen. Yeah, there's the rotation. I kind of felt like they didn't want to go there. Maybe they do now, but no, that's just their heroes. The units are all heading to the middle. That's just some heroes trying to apply pressure there. But it should be a big rotation here to the middle. Maybe not. Maybe they get enough space. Maybe that's exactly what they wanted to see here. Not too much movement. And I mean, currently the defense is fine with not being pressured. They have so many Red and Vipers out. If they can just stay there for a bit longer. Oh my goodness, that's a unit of Companion Cav just going in there. But the sergeants with spears compared with the Modaos, They are just too tanky, and that's a unit of cavalry in the back here. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's a green unit of Swordcuff, but I can't really tell that. By the look of it, it was a Swordcuff, but I'm not sure if that's correct. 3 unit of Red and Vipers still there. Good. Watch out here from the defense. They have seen the trap, and I mean, those units, they are all hit. All on probably 80% or lower HP, and now rotation from LeftoverSmurfs to the middle, but they will be pressured once again from the defense with the Red and Vipers, and that's just massive. Story Enjoyers really making a good play here with the Red and Vipers. They have probably numbers advantage now. They just killed so many tier 3 units. Oh my goodness, that's just, it feels like all of the tier 3 gone. Oh my goodness, what happened there in that second? We get some adaptations here. It was not the unit amount changing, but only the look of it. Here we go, Red and Vipers now. Attack should be going in. We once again have the line row, but that one is being jumped here massively. Heroes sending the units back, just going for the line rows. 4 minutes 40. Will it be enough? All the heroes dying. That means if Story Enjoyers are going out now with the units, that's just no hero left there. All the units retreating, and the cavalry will have massive value trap. Also great there. But look at that cavalry units. You should have retreated them really much earlier. Oh my goodness. You just can't retreat them right now. That's so painful. LeftoverSmurfs. What on earth did you think? That's just a pure slaughter. Why didn't you just... Oh, the supply point was not in their hands, so they were not able to send their units there. Oh, that's so painful. I was like, why don't you just send them to that supply point? But that was in the hand of the defense. I mean, one should have went there. You can't tell me you're just leaving your units out in the open to be farmed, and while you're just jumping with the heroes. Oh, that's so painful. I was like, that's a massive move, but no, it's not. They just lost so much from it. And did they get the line, Ross? That's the big question. 1 unit of Red and Vipers being jumped by 2 Nodachis. Did they have units? I hope not. Here we go. Two longswords being out. They probably won't be able to respawn at all. 3 minutes. They have to make a move. LeftoverSmurfs, where are you? You have to go now. They're still taking their time. That's just a big problem of time, because Story Enjoyers, they are defending in the frontier. Push is coming in, flank on the top with 3 units of cavalry from Story Enjoyers. Will they be watched? Will they be watched here? Your infantry should be fine. Modao's in the back now. Modao's have to brace. They have to brace here in the back. There we go. Braces there. Cavalry units are stopped. Now the front. Oh, but the Modao's, the infantry from Story Enjoyers is so incredibly strong. Dagger X going in there as well. It feels like that's GG's. LeftoverSmurfs, they don't have many infantry units left. 1 minute 50, only 1 unit of Queen's Knights on the endpoint. And oh my goodness, reinforcements coming in here. But those won't make a difference. What is going on with Modao's? They are just such a strong infantry unit now. I mean, you have just seen 3 units of Modao's there carry the whole defense against tanky infantry units that are supposed to wipe Modao's, but they don't. Modao's just so strong. Here we go. The buff really benefited them, and I just love to see Modao's being back in the game. LeftoverSmurfs. Oh no. no chance for them. That will be a 2-0 victory for Story Enjoyers. I mean, they did a good job there. They realized all the heroes were jumping. They can't just go for the units of them being left behind, and that's exactly what they did. But it feels like such a big throw of units when you don't send them back. You just have to send your units back before making a move like that. And there we go, 30 seconds left. Heroes, AFK here, Silent One, not fighting back. He will just be wiped. I mean, there is stats, there is MVPs in the CBR, something like most heroes killed. So every hero kill counts to that. Keep that in mind. And Silent One on 1 HP. Who will get the kill? Maybe nobody. Mask Flames on the hunt. But Silent One, he survives it. 1 second left. GG's, well played. Story Enjoyers 2-0 victory. Good job from them. Oh my god. MVP for LeftoverSmurfs. Lazy this time. No hero skill from him. But the MVP with 79 units killed. 4 flames in there. Great job. 500 support points as well. And then going down we have Bimeli with the most hero killed, which are 5. On the other side, we have MVP the emoji with 7 hero kills, 192 unit kills, 1.5 troop kills, 1.5k troop kill score. And I mean, he also has the most hero kills. Curse with the second most with 6, but that's it. And I mean, that's a massive match from that guy. Heading to the post-battle analysis, here we go. We can see first fight was just great for the defense. They just got ahead so much. So many more units died from LeftoverSmurfs than from the side of Story Enjoyers. Second fight though, that was great. Going back in, getting the upper hand of the fight and really getting back the unit count. We have seen it, it was just almost even. Then some smaller fights. We can see here all the heroes jumping and then all the defenders pushing out, getting some units back. It was okay, I think. Let's have a look. It should be exactly that. Yeah, exactly. We can just see here a ton of blue units dying, red and vipers dying, lion roars dying and stuff like that. And then on the other side, exactly the same. But I think in the end, comparing those, it's okay. And you get the lion roars out, so it was worth the effort. But the time was wasted. And in the end, time was a big problem. And of course, also units. You can see the last push was just not going well for LeftoverSmurfs, and Story Enjoyers with that fight took the victory.